When we look at the way history has shaped the world, it often boils down to decisions made with a simple stroke of a pen. Take the case of Israel in 1947. After World War II, the Allies, particularly Britain and the US, gave the land back to the Jewish people based on the argument that they had once lived there. The premise was that Israel's historical ties to the land justified its return. This argument can be provocative, though. If we were to apply the same logic to America, you could argue that the US settlers, too, came from Europe, occupying land that was originally inhabited by Native Americans. So, if the past justifies land ownership, why not give the land back to the Native Americans and remove the settlers? Of course, this kind of comparison can stir emotions, but it does highlight how history is often shaped by external powers and how borders are sometimes drawn with little regard for the people living within them. Moving across the world to another example, let's consider Taiwan. In the aftermath of World War II, the US declared Taiwan independent and supported its status despite China's objections. The US essentially decided Taiwan's fate with its policies, irrespective of China's historical claims to the island. It's another instance of political influence where the stroke of a pen drew a clear line in the sand, regardless of the long standing territorial dispute. This trend of external powers influencing borders isn't limited to Asia. In Africa, we see similar consequences from decisions made by foreign powers. A great example is the way the borders of Lake Victoria were divided between Kenya and Uganda. The line was drawn without regard for the many tribes in Uganda that ended up on the Kenyan side. These arbitrary borders created friction and tension that still affects the region today. Even more fascinating is how US politics shaped Uganda's future.